Alice Polly. I'm 68-year-old. I'm a trans woman. I live in Cumbria in Dumfries and Galloway. I first realised that my life wasn't right at the age of 15. I was starting to get confused over my gender and my sexuality. At the time there was no language for being trans. I did feel totally wrong with my body and couldn't understand why.
Hi, I'm Martin from Carlisle, 70 years old, and I've always known that I've been gay from probably from my late teens, really. In those days, it was always sort of felt a little bit uncomfortable with it. And I remember my late mother getting a bit, quite upset. But they calmed down, really. I think they accepted me for who I was and what I was.
Hi, my name is Susan Hart. I am 57, soon to be 58. As a young person, I grew up in this lovely town of Jedburgh, and I would say that I probably didn't acknowledge my sexuality until I was about 18 and I'd left the area and moved to Manchester. Gay was a word that wasn't really bandied about much, but I was very, very aware that it was something that you did not want to be.
I coming out full-time in the early 1980s, and that was a big disaster. I was picked on by a group of chaps, and I was beaten up for the way I presented myself. It was that bad. I was in hospital for over a week.
The first time I probably stepped out is probably, I think at work, I think having a friend at work that was gay helped a lot, and I think probably everybody assumed I was.
One of the reasons that I left Jedburgh and the Borders area to go to Manchester was simply because, like I said earlier, there was no gay people here. It was not a word that was mentioned. There was no role models. There was no teachers that would talk to you about it. There was nothing.
When I came out of hospital, I had to re-evaluate my life, and I went back into the closet and decided to settle down, got married again, and was married 25 years. We had 2 children and 2 stepdaughters. When I came out the second time to my wife after 25 years, after trying to make it work for over a year, we decided we'd split up and divorce. I progressed on to moving away from the area and came to Dumfries and Galloway.
Attitudes have changed an awful lot from when I was young. It's much more acceptable to be whoever you are. But hate crime is still quite a big problem. And Cumbria being predominantly a rural area, that doesn't help.
It's still really poor down here in the rural areas. LGBT organisations tend to stick to the central belt.
Society now is a lot better, especially in Scotland. A lot of my friends in Cumbria are female and have been accepted here, just like a sister, I suppose, to them. That's what I like to think anyway.